right. So here's the deal. We are going to talk about today the exact 9 moves between you and your next $100,000. Okay. I'm going to actually draw this whole thing out for you so you know your moves, you know what you need to do, and you know what action step is next for you to make more freaking money. Okay, you guys, I was watching people today, like on the live, like on TikTok and just things like that. Do you guys really understand the amount of opportunity that there is now more than ever before for you to make money online? Do you guys get it? If you get it, say I get it in the comments. Like I get it. Because holy cannoli, like I'm mind blown all the time. I hear about people making money in really unique ways, and I'm like, God, this is freaking awesome. And you know what's so cool about what we do is you get to make money with your knowledge. You get to make money with your experience, with your lessons, with your fire, with your energy. You get to make money by being you and showing up and solving a problem. And if you can consistently solve problems, you will continue to sign clients and you will continue to make money. Now, I'm excited because we're going to talk about the exact 9 moves. You are going to want to follow along, okay? Now, if you want a picture of all of this, because I know it's going to be hard to see in certain areas and then it's going to get really discombobbled with everything I'm going to put on here. If you want a picture of this at the end of the training, just comment picture and I will take a picture of this and I'll send it to you. Does that sound good? So comment picture. I'll send you the picture so you guys have it because I know it's hard to follow along, but you want to follow along so we can figure out what are the 9 moves that you need to be making, what are you not doing currently, and what do you need to start doing and get your booty going with so we can make $100,000 in the next 100 days. By the way, you guys, do you want my exact $100,000 in a 100 days strategy plan? Do you guys want it? I will literally comment plan and I will literally teach you the entire system for free. Because I made a vow years ago. I don't know if you guys know this, but years ago I was on food stamps. And we've now earned over multiple $2 million, almost $3 million in this business online. And I made a promise a long time ago that if I figured this out, I will always help others do the same. And you guys, it makes me emotional because I know what it's like to struggle. I know what it's like to not feel like you're making a difference in the world, to feel like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Am I doing the right thing? I know what it feels like to wonder, how am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to eat this week? I know what it's like. And I made a promise a long time ago that when I figure this out, I will always help others do the same. Always. And that is what I have done for over 9 years, almost a decade. And now I get to help you guys get leads for free. Do you guys really understand the impact of what it means to actually get leads for free and learn how to sign them in 7 hours? Do you know the confidence that that gives you when you know how to take someone from a stranger to a paying client? And it pisses me off. And I need you guys to get pissed off when someone does not know your solution. You need to get mad. You need to get mad that they don't have what you know. And then we're going to fix it. Okay. So let's dive into this. If you want my 100K in 100 day strategy plan, just comment plan. I will teach you the entire thing for free. I am so freaking excited. Let me introduce myself really quickly. I am Brooke Allison. If this is your first time watching me, say first timer. If you are back, just say I'm back. I am a really $1 million earning mind shift expert and an achievement strategist. So my full focus is helping you guys actually make your next $100,000. Now, some of my clients are doing $100,000 in a year. Some of them are doing it in 6 months, 3 months, and I've had 5 clients hit $100,000 cash in 1 month. Why not you? Okay. Here's what we look at. We are going to look at the energetics. We have to look at what's going on in here. We all have a money mindset blueprint that is literally either attracting or repelling financial success. We're going to rewire what's going on here. And then in addition to that, in addition to the energetics, we look at the strategy. So we looked at the practicality of what do you need to do every single day to actually start making money, okay? Now, today we're going to be going over the 9 steps that you really need to accelerate to your next $100,000. What I would love to know is, where are you guys at right now? So Cameron, Magic Love Coach, Sandra, Lauren, everybody that's here. Oh, so excited. Yes. Good to see you guys. Where are you at? When would you like to make $100,000 by? When would you like to make it? Do you want to make it in a month? Like, is that where you are? Is that the next step? Are you making it in 3 months? Are you making it in 6 months? Are you making it in 100 days? Are you making it in a year? Are you making it in a year and a half? Are you making it in 2 years? Like how fast do you want it to happen? And what's the next step for you? Because sometimes we have goals, right? We all want to make like $1 million in a month, right? But maybe that's not the next step. So, where are we at? I would love to know just so I can really cater this to you guys. So, let me know. Now, whiteboard. If you guys are on a platform where you can't see this whiteboard very well, we are on Facebook as well, and I will put it on YouTube. If you want the YouTube link, just comment YouTube and it will give it to you so you can have that later. Now, follow along with me because there are three main categories that we look at when we look at you making more money. Again, if you want a picture of this at the end, I will personally DM it to you and see if you have any questions at all. It will be me so you can talk to me and ask me anything, all right? Just comment picture and I've got you. Three things we look at. The first thing that we are going to look at, and again, we're trying to get to $100,000. So I'm going to put money. So put money, a money sign in the center here. You guys see how they're all intertwined? Hey, Tracy, good to see you. Do you see how they're all intertwined? We're going to put money at the center because our full focus is how do we generate more income and impact? The more income you could have, the more impact you can have on this world. And I know that's what you really want. You know what I'm saying? So let's freaking go. Now, three things that we need to look at. We need to look at, there's 3 C's. This is what goes in connection to the dollar sign. Comment following if you're following here. We're going to put this in blue. We need your confidence. We need clarity and cash flow. I don't care where you put them, but I'm going to put confidence at the very top. Okay? So I'm going to put a big C. I'm going to put a big C for confidence. Got it? Clarity. I have more room over here, so I'm going to put clarity. And then this is going to be cash flow, so I'm going to put CF. CF for cash flow. Okay. So 3 C's we got to look at when it comes to making your next $100,000. We need to have confidence, we need to be clear, and we need to have cash flow actually coming in. I know that sounds silly, but we need money, okay? We need to be able to pay our bills. And not even just pay our bills, we need to thrive. Like, you get to make millions of dollars. You get to receive everything that you've ever desired. I truly believe, you guys, if it is on your heart, if it is on your mind and in a desire, it's actually already meant for you. It's already meant for you. We just have to take the action that's necessary to get to the desire. Make sense? Comment yes if this is landing. So 3 things here. Comment, just drop a 3 if you've got it, if you're following along so far. All right, now, then they connect. This is why they're in circles, because we've got connections on every level here. All right, so when we look at confidence and clarity, the piece that goes right here, I'm going to put it in orange, is you have a multiple six-figure business plan. All right. So when we're clear and when we're confident, you're strategic. You know how to get visible, how you're going to get seen, how you're going to get out there, what you're doing every single day, every single month, every single quarter to actually make money. That's important because a lot of you guys are fiddle farting around and don't even know what the hell you're doing, which is okay. I love you, but we don't want to fiddle fart. We want to make money moves. It's a very big difference. So we look at when we have clarity and confidence in our direction on how we're getting to our next $100,000. When we have that, we have a very strategic, multiple 6-figure plan, next $100,000 plan. Okay, that's what goes here. So I'm just going to put 6-figure plan, but remember the strategy goes with that. So right here, 6-figure plan. Okay, that's what goes in this connection over here between confidence and clarity. Think about it, visibility, right? And I'm gonna talk about each of these in a minute, but how are you getting seen? You guys, okay, when we get more cash flow coming in, it's not enough to be seen. You have to be heard to get paid, but you have to be seen to get heard. You can't just get heard and paid out of nowhere, right? We can wish for $1 million to land on our lap all day long. I'll sit here and wish with you. But the reality is without a strategic plan, it's going to be wildly difficult to actually accelerate your income. That's why we have to figure that out. We have to have visibility in order to do so, to really generate leads. But when you're clear and confident, you know what's going on. Your six-figure plan builds that confidence. Confidence has a direct tether to your cash flow. If you are not making the cash flow that you desire right now, that means you're not confident. If you are not confident, that means that there is something that you are not clear on. And guys, clarity, how we do one thing is how we do all things. So clarity could be, I'm not clear on my direction. It could be I'm not clear on my offer. It could be I'm not clear on my strategy plan, on my daily plan. I'm not clear on how to make money. I'm not clear on how to overcome this objection. I'm not clear on what's going to happen if someone does this. So all of those unclarities start to clog up here and say, hold up, I don't feel good. I don't feel good about this. I don't feel right. I feel weird. And then we start to lose our confidence in our behavior, right? I was talking to my clients about this the other day. You guys, a lot of you guys are waiting for a confident feeling. You're waiting for motivation. And I'm telling you, motivation is waiting on you. It's waiting on you to take action, because action will always bring you back to excitement, and excitement will make you feel more motivated, and you'll be at a different vibrational level that attracts cash easier. But those old belief systems that you currently have that are running the show, that are landing in your unconscious mind, your subconscious, right? Those old belief systems are screwing up your money making ability. We don't need them. But what happens when we're trying to expand to a new money income level, when we're trying to expand, is often we're still operating our old belief systems when we need to be operating in new belief systems of where we're going. We need to step into a new identity, okay? A lot of that's going to come from having a six-figure plan that you actually feel good about. So, do you have a plan? Yes or no? Do you know what you're doing every single day, week, month, year, and how to do it, knowing that you're doing the strategy correctly? Yes or no? Drop it in the comments. Let me know where we stand, because this might be the thing we need to fix. Now, when we are, when we have clarity and cash flow coming in, that means that we have very magnetic messaging. So how we position ourselves, how we speak about what we do, we have now become magnetic, and we have mastered an attraction and generating activity plan that actually creates people like to be interested in what you do. Okay. So what you're going to write down here between clarity and cash flow, which is CF, is going to be magnetic messaging. Now, this is where a lot of people actually go really wrong. Okay, a lot of people, we need to be consistent with content. We need to be consistent with our actions. And yet, we don't want to be so consistent that we lose quality. You got it? Like, we don't want to lose quality in what we're doing, because the quality of the, like, how we're going to actually attract people, there's a couple different ways. People are going to be attracted to you because of your energy. They're going to be attracted to you because you actually know your shit. So we need to think about, what is your credibility play? How are you getting onto podcasts, into PR, things like that? I just told you guys yesterday, I made a celebration post. I'm going to be on Andy Elliott's podcast, the top 1% podcast, right? With that said, that's going to open a lot of doors on a credibility. It's showing me as an expert in a lot of different areas. And that's something you need to consider, is, what is your PR play? Are you being featured places? Are you doing collaborations? What things are you doing that creates a level of credibility? Now, your consistency will also create a level of credibility as well, because they start to trust that, hey, she shows up all the time. He shows up all the time. I see him regularly, and I'm actually kind of like him. I kind of like this person. And that is a big thing too. How do we actually build trust? So we build trust through likability. We build trust through who you are, how you operate, because you're naturally going to like get rid of and like put a sounding board like this, like away from the people who are not for you. They can just move on, right? The people who are not for you can move on, and the people who are for you, they're going to be really attracted to the things you do, the things you say. And you need to make sure that you're actually sharing your client wins. You need to make sure you're actually sharing those those celebrations that you have. You need to make sure that you're actually sharing those collaborations that put you above the game. Okay? Now, When we've mastered, if we are clear and have cash flow coming in, that means we have mastered our magnetic messaging. So that's going here. The third piece that we're looking at here between confidence and cash flow, it means that you've got more sales coming in. When you have more sales coming in, you have money coming in, hallelujah, but you also have confidence. Confidence comes when you do things. You guys know the hardest client you will ever sign is your first dang client. That is the hardest client you'll ever sign, but you know the next one's going to be a hell of a lot easier and it's going to be a lot more fun. Can I get a woo for that? And I truly believe that the more fun I have, the more money I make, and we want to invoke that belief system in you. So when you've got cash flow coming in and you've got confidence coming in, that means you got more sales, which is what we all want anyway. So put down more sales right here. If you are following along with my board, just say following in the comments so I know that you are here. If you would like a picture of this at the end, just comment picture. I'll jot your name down and we will send this to you at the very end of the training so you have the entire thing. Because we're about to go into the 9 essentials. So this is going to get like really messy of a board, but I want to make sure you guys are following and this is starting to make sense. I want to identify when it comes to these external pieces, because once we figure out what's actually going on for you and where you're getting stuck, we can have a solution in this messaging. We have a literal solution in the 9 steps that are taking you to your next $100,000. That's what's so cool. We have to figure out what's broken and not working, and then there's always a solution. So with that said, what do you need? What do you need to accelerate in your business? Tell me in the comments. Do you need more of a 6-figure plan, your next $100,000 plan? Do you need visibility, right? Do you need magnetic messaging? Do we need more confidence and cash flow coming in? Do we need some magnetic messaging that is externally seen to actually accelerate your growth? Do we need more sales? If we need more sales, we have an answer of what we need to look at. We need to look at your cash flow coming in. We might need to look at your plan, and we also need to look at your confidence. These are things that we need to look at when it comes to hitting your next $100,000. So let's stop here. Tell me which one you need the most. More sales, 6-figure plan, magnetic messaging. And then I'm going to continue with the 9 essentials. Tell me which one you guys need the most. You guys, I'm going to be showing you, and while I wait for you guys to answer, I'm going to be showing you the exact 100K and 100-day plan that we've run for the last 9 years. Literally, exactly how you're going to get paid in 7 hours and how you'll make 100K in the next 100 days. Okay, I'll show it to you. I'll teach you the whole thing for free. If you want me to show you how to do that and you want the exact system that we use, let me know. Just comment PLAN, P-L-A-N, and I will walk you through it for free. Spend 4 days with me. I will help you accelerate your growth faster than ever before. Because we're going to teach you how to get leads for free. And then I'm going to teach you how to sign those clients, how to take those leads as a cold lead into a warm lead, and how to sign it in 7 hours, how to sign that person and change that person's life. You get to be paid for changing lives. And that's what we're going to work on. So just comment PLAN. I've got you. I'll teach you the whole 100K and 100-day strategy. Awesome stuff. So with that said, when we're looking at these pieces, we can reverse engineer our problem. So let's go back to when we are clear and confident, the odds are we've got a plan of visibility and we know what we are doing, okay? Now, with that said, there's 3 areas we need to look at in each of these pieces. These are the 9. These are the 9, okay? So the first thing here, when you have a visibility and daily action plan where you know how you're making money, the first thing is you're going to scale quickly. So write down scale. Write down scale. That's what I'm going to write down here. Okay. Because a lot of you guys, you want to get to the next level. You're ready to accelerate your growth. You're ready to see more action, more clients. You're available to take clients, whatever and so forth. You don't have a full calendar, whatever and so forth. You're able to scale a lot quicker when you actually know your plan and what you're doing. Now, the second thing that this means, if you have the plan, you know what you're doing each day, week, month, and quarter, you will actually have a very simple lead generation process. Now, how are you getting leads currently? Tell me what you're doing. So I'm going to put lead gen process. I'm going to put lead gen right here. This is that second step. So lead gen, okay? So we will scale quicker. We will have a proven lead generation process. You guys, are you guys down for things to be more simple? Common simple. Because there are 5 steps. There's so many ways to get leads for free, first off. There are so many ways to get leads for free. And then there are 5 simple steps that you take them through to warm them up, to get them excited to say yes to you, to actually make more money. But when you have a scalable, simple lead generation process, you will never have to worry about money in your business for the rest of your life. How cool is that? It's pretty dang cool, right? I'll teach you the whole thing in depth in the 100K in a 100-day challenge. If you're up for the challenge, if you want to make $100,000 in the next 100 days, let's freaking go. Comment plan and I will walk you through the entire thing. The third thing we've got here, when we actually have a plan, is actually powerful promotions. So that's what's going to go right here. So I'll put it this way, power promotions, power promo. Okay, that's what that says, power promo. Okay, power promo. Now, what does this mean? Power promotions means that you're actually closing more sales more often, and you have a very intentional process of getting someone from a stranger to a current, like to a client in a few days. Now, with that said, when we have a promotion, typically people think of the old way we used to promote. There is a new way of doing things that actually saves you a lot of time, saves you a lot of money, it saves you a lot of headache. And the cool thing is I want you to write this down, small audience. You need a small audience. That's it. You don't need to go viral. You don't need 100 million leads. You need connection. And so this is going to be the makings of your 6-figure plan. So if you already knew that, okay, I need to work on my next $100,000, I need to have more clarity and confidence in what I'm doing every single day, we can look at these pieces. Okay, are you struggling to scale? Are you struggling to lead generate? Are you struggling to actually promote and to have people say yes to your freebies, have people say yes to your offers? AKA, are you struggling to close more sales more often? You should have a daily money making plan. Money making plan every single day. Like, I want you to have payments coming through every single day. And if you want that too, you guys, comment plan. Like, literally, that's what we're going to cover in the 100K and 100-day like challenge. Like, I will show you what we do to actually get money to come through every single day, because that is the freedom you're looking for. Truly is. So, how are we feeling? What I want you to do as we're going over these 9 steps to your next $100,000 is start identifying where you're getting stuck. Are you getting stuck in lead gen? Are you getting stuck in scaling? Are you getting stuck in your promotion? Are you like people not saying yes? If we know where we're getting stuck, we can work backwards on what we need to do to make more money. Cool? Comment cool if you got this, if this is rocking with you. All right? Again, if you want a picture of this whole thing, just comment picture and I'll send this to you later. Now, magnetic messaging. There's 3 more pieces that we need to look at. We need to, when we are magnetic, you attract ready to buy leads. So people who are a lot more ready to buy, not someone you have to drag through a process, not someone that you have to pull through objection handling, not someone that you have to like, oh, you know, do you guys ever go through a sales process in your life where it felt like you were pulling teeth for anybody to sign up? Oh, I have, and that freaking sucks. It freaking sucks. I don't want you to pull teeth to sign clients. I want clients to be like, I'm actually really excited to do this. I'm all in. Here's my card. That's what we want. So when we are magnetic, if you're struggling with that, we need to take a look at this. So attract ready to buy leads. So I'm just going to put the word attract, and that's one of the steps of the 9, okay? All right, attract. That's what I wrote down. Now, the second thing we look at when it comes to magnetic messaging, which is tied to clarity and cash flow, right, is you will actually grow your audience every single day. Every single day, you will have a level of new people coming through, being attracted to you. Now, when we grow our audience, we are doing 2 things. We are doing an attraction system and we are doing a generating system. We need to do a mix of both to get to your next $100,000. A lot of you guys are really stuck on only doing attraction work. Now, the cool thing is today's day and age, it is the best time to attract clients. It's the best time to attract leads. It's the best time to attract new people. And it's quite frankly, probably the easiest time that you could ever get leads in your entire life. Thank God, without a small audience, or without a big audience, sorry, with a small audience. Okay, the other thing we're doing though is actually generating and inviting people to your audience, inviting people, making connections, making conversations, leading people to you. So I'm gonna put grow down here. We need to look at what are you struggling with? Because if you're struggling with plain lead generation, if you're struggling to grow your audience, we can look at, okay, which of these do you need help with? And we can identify why we're getting stuck. We can work backwards. Now, the last piece of the magnetic messaging, and this is really important, is when you are very magnetic, you start to be seen as the go-to expert. People will just naturally lean in and start to trust you. So this is really important to understand. So what I want you to write down is expert status. That's what you're writing down lastly here under magnetic messaging, which again is attached to confidence and, or I'm sorry, clarity and cash flow. So expert status. All right, are you guys following along? Comment following if you're following me. Let me know that this is making sense. So out of these three areas, you need to look at where am I getting stuck? Now, when it comes to more sales, this is a fun place to be. When we have more sales going on, we have an increase in inconsistent cash. So that's the first thing I want you to do. So I'm going to put like an arrow up and then I'm going to put CC and money sign. An increase of consistent cash, okay? When you have more sales coming through, that means that you have an elevated product funnel. So you have an elevated product funnel. So I'm just going to put product funnel. Now, what a product funnel means, it's more than just your offerings and pricing. It's more than just your, like how people pay you. It's actually how you take someone from a stranger to a paying customer on repeat and the journey they go down. I'm going to teach you this journey in depth in the 100K in 100 days challenge. And if you don't believe you can make 100K in 100 days, we got to have a conversation about that because it is absolutely possible for you. Just comment PLAN, PLAN, and I will literally coach you through the whole system for free. It's what we do every single day, every single week to really focus in on how do we make our next $100,000. That's our focus. And now our focus is do it in 100 days. All right. I think the fastest I've ever done it is in less than 30 because we made 71,000 in 10 days last year, which was mind blowing to me. So this is all part of that system, you guys. All of this can happen for you as well. So just comment PLAN. I've got you. We can get rocking and rolling with that. Now, the other thing of where people get stuck, if you have more sales coming through, it means that you've actually mastered your conversions. So you want your close rate, you guys, to be at least at 50%. So we need to look at that. So I'm going to put conversion here, and that's like the last step here. All right, conversion. Okay, cool. All right, Christina's following. All right, who else is this making sense, you guys? If you are following along, comment following. So I know this is landing for you guys. Okay. Now, I'm here to help you guys with this, truly. Okay. I really want to help you with this. I want this to make sense and look at the nitty-gritty of this whole piece. But let's recap really quickly before we talk about where the hiccups are. So these are the 9 essentials, the 9 steps to your next $100,000, okay? We have scalability, so you can actually scale. We have simple lead generation plan. We have powerful promotions. We need to take a look. Am I doing each of those 3 pieces? Put a 3 in the chat if you are doing all those 3 pieces. Okay. Scalability. So we have a scalability plan. We have lead generation, a very simple lead generation plan that you are doing on a daily basis. And then we have powerful promotions. Are we doing those things? Write down what you're not doing if you're not doing them yet. Now, let's look at magnetic messaging. Are you attracting ready to buy leads? Yes or no? Are you growing your audience every single day and know how to grow your audience every single day? Maybe you have a community, maybe you have connections more. Are you seen as the expert in what you do? Are you being shown as expert status? If you've got all three of these, drop a 3. If you need some help, say, I need help. I need help. So that's 6 things right here. Are we doing these 6 things? Now here's the rest of the 9. Are you increasing your cash flow on a regular basis? Like, are you actually seeing an increase of cash flow coming through? Now, it may not be up, 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 up. It may be a little bit up, down, up, down, up, down, but overall, we're working our way up. Are you seeing an increase of cash flow in what you do? Have you elevated your product funnel to where you know a stranger will become a paying customer in a matter of days? Have you mastered your conversions? Meaning, do you have at least a 50% close rate? So if you got on the phone call with 2 people, one of them would close. One of them close. These are the 9 essentials. This is what we're looking at. Because if you came to me and you said, Brooke, I don't know how to do one of these pieces. We work backwards. And I say, okay, great, it's no problem. So let's say you're struggling with lead generation. Okay, I can look at this and say, okay, you're struggling with lead generation. Now we probably need to look at your magnetic messaging and your actual plan. What are you doing each day? Okay, if that's the case, then I need to make sure you're clear and confident so we can get to your cash flow. And make sure you have money even coming through. Make sure you're available for money to come through in your business. So then we get to the point of where we make mistakes, right? If you do not have a plan of action and if you do not have sales coming in, what do you have? You have a lack of cash, right? So if I put some X's here, we are like down on cash and we have no consistency. It is wildly stressful to be in a world where we don't have consistent cash flow coming in. Do you guys know what I'm saying? So if we don't have those 2 things, you're going to lack cash coming in and you're going to lack consistency. If you do not have a plan of action and magnetic messaging, or if you don't have either of these 2, what do we have? Typically, you will probably have a cold audience who doesn't know who you are, or really no audience at all. So you're really struggling to get a hold of anybody. Okay, so I would say cold or no audience. Cold or no audience, right? If you do not have sales or magnetic messaging, what do we have? What do we have? We have no clients. We have no clients, okay? So that is no fun to be. This is why it's so important to identify which of the 9 pieces we're getting stuck at and what do we need to do to actually make more money. So let's look at this. What are you struggling with right now? What do we need to work together on to fix for you to accelerate your income and hit your next $100,000? You guys, this is the framework we're going to be working on to actually hit $100,000 on repeat, to have predictable income. Do you guys realize predictable income will change your life? Comment change your life if you get it. Change my life. Change my life if you get it. If you want to change your life, we need to have predictable income. We need to have a predictable plan. We need to know how you're getting leads, unlimited leads for free, and signing them in 7 hours. I will teach you the entire process. We're going to work together for 4 days. I'm going to show you the entire process for free. And I'll show you how to hit $100,000 in the next 100 days. Comment plan, PLAN, and I've got you. Let's lock in and let's freaking do this thing. But all of this, you guys, is going to give you more money, success, and freedom, and actually gives you the impact and the income that you are desiring for, which really sets your soul on fire. Don't you guys realize that when you're doing the things you want to do and you're making the money you want to make, and you're like, how cool is it that we get to do this? Like, I think about it all the time. How cool is it that I get to do this work while living wherever I want to live, while traveling the world, while experiencing family life, while doing all of this? That's the beautiful thing about building this all together. Now, let's talk about what happens when you fix these things. So, when you have a plan and you have sales, you are wildly confident and consistent. Like you have a plan and you're like, I know what I'm doing. You are confident and consistent. Okay, when we have these 2 pieces, this is a good place to be. I'm just gonna put C and C. You're feeling good. You have your action plan. You're rocking and rolling. You're like, this is freaking fire, right? All right. When you have a plan and you have messaging, when you have a six-figure plan and messaging, you actually get seen. And then you start getting heard, which is how you get paid. So we get seen and heard. I want you to write that down. So when you have a six-figure business plan where you know exactly what you're doing every single day, week, month, year, and you actually have magnetic messaging that is attracting people into your life, you get seen and heard, which is how you get paid. Now, when we have sales coming through and our messaging dialed in, dude, you're going to make so much. Let's put it down here. You're going to make so much money, like money coming through, like big money that you couldn't even imagine. On average, you guys, my clients secure, I'd say 5 clients in the first month of us working together. That's life-changing. A lot of my clients have hit $10,000 cash in 30 days of us working together. Most of them, if they didn't do it in 30 days, they do it in 90 days. What would an extra $10,000 do for your life in the next 90 days? You tell me, because I've got the exact plan. I will show you exactly how you're going to make $100,000 in 100 days in your business. Just comment plan if you want to learn. I will coach you through it for free. I've got you. But if you want some help, if you want me to look at your business and figure out with you what's broken, what's not working, if you want a personalized system that works for you to make sure you're focusing on the critical things to get to your next $100,000, you guys, comment plan so I can actually help you. I will send you a message. We will talk on it and we'll figure out what do you need to do to actually move the needle forward today. So let's focus on, if I was going to take action today, here's what I would focus on. I would focus on growing my audience. What can I do to get in front of 100 people today? The second thing I want you to do is actually plan out your next promotion. Finalize your plan and then so plan out your next promotion and then finalize your plan to help people go from stranger to paying customer, because that is going to change everything. But I'm going to teach you in depth how to do that and what those yeses need to look like in the binge method. You guys, there is a 7-hour binge method you want all of your clients to go through so they actually sign up in 7 hours. But that's what I would focus on. So number 1, grow your audience, plan your next promotion, finalize how you're going to help people go from stranger to a paying customer with you in a matter of hours. Does that sound good? So again, if you want a picture of this whole thing, just comment picture. I will send this to you. And let's freaking make some magic happen, you guys. Let's rock and roll. I'm getting you excited. If we know where you're struggling, the cool thing is we can work backwards. And if it comes to the fact that you're struggling with your confidence, there are so many exercises we can do to increase your confidence. There are so many mind rewiring techniques that we can actually expand your wealth consciousness in as little as 24 hours. I have seen so many of my clients go from a money ritual and actually make $7,000 in 24 hours. Why not you? Why not you? So, do we have any questions? Jessica, yes, we'll get you a picture. I know it's a lot following along, but once we figure out where you're struggling, we can work backwards to figure out the exact piece that we need to focus on. And that's what's so cool. When we identify how we're going to solve a problem, that's liberating, because then we know it's actually solvable and we can actually do this. So I'm super excited, you guys. Let me know how I can help you. If you have any questions at all, feel free to send me a message. If you want a picture, comment picture. If you're ready for the 100K and 100-day strategy plan, I will teach you to it. I'll teach it to you for free. Just comment plan. I've got you there. And let's rock and roll. I love it. Let me know where you guys are struggling. I'd love for you guys to send me a message to tell me. It doesn't look like anybody has any questions. I will just double check here just in case. But if not, that is what I've got today. Charlotte said, I get it. Picture amazing. So good. Okay. I love you guys to pieces. You are honestly so incredibly amazing. Don't forget how incredible you are and that you are here to change lives. Do not ever forget why you want to do this. And I really highly suggest you having a selfish why and a selfless why. Like, why are we doing this thing? And then I need you to get so fired up by the fact that you are here to change lives that you will do everything to figure this out. And I've got you here. I literally have got you Just trust the process. Let's do this together. Comment plan if you are in for 100K in 100 days. And I love you. I will see you guys later. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Okay? Bye.